Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, you join in with me. Come with me, help me say. Turn your radio on. You gotta. Turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up, Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Man, I love it when I run up into people and they say that to me. They say, hey, Steve Harvey got a radio show. Then they wink at me. I know they're listening. You know, I got a lot off my chest yesterday. I wanted to clear some things up, and I appreciate y'all giving me a minute, because sometimes, you know, you just got to say some things out loud. Not complaining, but hey, just verbalizing, but realizing that I got to keep going anyway. And that's my words this morning to you. That I want you to keep pushing no matter what happens. I want to share something with you that's important. That's very, very important. See, you have to give God something to bless. You know, if your prayer is asking for God's blessings, you got to give him something to work with now. You know, you got to show the spirit of appreciation or gratitude. You got to let him know that you're in it for the long haul. No matter what happens, don't turn around. Don't go back. You will never, ever see what the end could be if you turn around and go back. You'll never know what the end could have been had you stuck it out. You'll never know how good it could have gotten had you not just weathered the storm. That's the thing that gets most people. It get tough for them, it get hard for them, and then they let doubt set in, and then those doubts become facts, and the next thing you know, they give up. Ever cross your mind, had you not given up or had you given your best, what the results or outcome could have been? I look back on my life on so many occasions where in college I wasn't giving my best. I flunked out. Now, it's easy to look at my life now and go, yeah, but look at you now. But back then, man, it cost me for so many years. That failing to finish, that not giving my all, it cost me a number of years. I wish I could say that it didn't mean nothing, that it was just a blip on the radar screen. But at the time, it was major. And so you have a lot of decisions in your life that are happening now. You may be in your 20s, your late teens. You could be in your early 30s and it's happening. But guess what? You'll eventually get through it, provided one thing: you never give up. You never turn around and go back. Had I written myself off because of one failure, see, and this is where so many people go wrong at too. You write yourself off after you failed at something. The one thing you thought you wanted to accomplish and you failed at it, now you write yourself off as a failure. Now you go settle on into life and just see what hand you get. When I flunked out of college, had I written myself off as a failure, I wouldn't be here today. When I lost my carpet cleaning company, I would have written myself off as a failure and I wouldn't be here today. When I didn't become a diamond distributor in Amway or a direct distributor in Amway even, I would have written myself as a failure and I wouldn't be here today. When I bought a distribution kit to become a distributor of the Bohemian Diet and I didn't make it, I would have written myself as a failure. When I became an A.L. Williams distributor and I didn't make it, I would have written myself as a failure and I wouldn't be here today. Oh, I got a list for you. When I got laid off at Ford Motor Company, had I written myself as a failure, I wouldn't have made it. Do you need some more? Because I have a story filled with mishaps. I have a story filled with failures. Couple of things now. The grace of God and his mercy, which is available to us all. See, that's the key, y'all. Because of his mercy. Because of his willingness to forgive. And to even understand why we do the things we do. In all of my shortcomings, failed marriages, I'm talking about, man, got it all wrong. Can't blame nobody else. It's just me. Steve ain't have it together at that point in life. I could have written myself as a failure the first time. I just could have gave up on it after the second one. And please know, this is an admission. This ain't bragging. So before you start in with me, understand what I'm saying. I'm pointing out in my life a series of missteps and failures. But how I still get here today? Couple of things. God's grace and mercy is first. But that's the key. That's for everybody. See, if it's God's willingness to forgive you and God's understanding of why we do what we do, because he said we wasn't going to be perfect. So in all of your imperfections, your creator told you you would not be perfect. He said it to you. It's out there. I don't care which one of the books you read, it tells you that. So guess what? With that in mind, he has a grace that he has. It's like a grace period. It's like when you don't pay your insurance premium on the day that it's due, the next day they don't just cancel your insurance premium. They have a grace period. Because they ain't trying to stop this money from coming in. But when it comes to God, there's no money required. He just gives you the grace freely. It don't cost you nothing. So you got to tap into that, y'all. You got to get in touch with that because that's an important part to making it. Understanding that his grace is available. So when you make a mistake, so when you fail at it, he has a loophole in the contract with him that allows you to make mistakes, that allows you to get it wrong, that allows you to fail time and time and time again. But if you never give up, if you keep getting up, if you keep trying, if you keep striving, if you keep making the effort to go forward and not go back, God has a blessing for you, and he has it in abundance for you, and God will give it to you at the right time. But you got to be ready. Oh, I wanted to be successful, but if he had given it to me back then, I wouldn't have handled it correctly because I would have made some more mistakes along the way.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The Steve Harvey Morning Show is dedicated to the uplift and edification of his people. Join in with us as we edify and glorify one another. Steve Harvey Morning Show is in the process. Shirley Strawberry.
Hello, Steve.
Carla Farrell.
Good morning, Steve. What's
Dak
up?
Damn Jr.
Morning up.
Ignorant Ass J.
What up, Steve Harvey?
And the fool himself.
Yep. Yes,
None
sir.
better. Best in the business I ever seen.
What up, baby?
It's funny on so many levels.
Yeah, how y'all doing today?
Good,
Everybody
hey,
good?
good. You sound good.
How you doing, man?
Golden is a bubble. Man, this morning, man, I'm good. You know, I've been really good this whole year, if you've not noticed.
Yeah, I have noticed, actually. You have
Because
been in
I've
great
spirits.
spirits.
An attitude adjustment.
Great spirits.
Yeah, and I'm going to do it like this the rest of my radio career.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, man, I just decided, man, and sometimes you got to listen to your own advice.
Yeah. It's going to be long career, long radio career.
Yeah. You hope.
Shirley
Long.
trying to squeeze 10 more
Yes.
years. Shirley trying to do.
At
Yeah,
least.
you know.
You gonna be 80 years old doing the strawberry.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're not
if
going
you
to be
go,
here that
we'll
long.
just prop you up like Bernie and do the show.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's with that little
Weekend at
smirk.
Bernie's.
That little smirk
Yeah.
on your face.
Man,
Play the
That
music,
movie is
baby.
such
Love
a
that
classic.
movie.
It's so funny.
So,
Yeah.
just attitude adjustment. You change your attitude, you change your altitude. I want to go higher this year. I've asked God for so many things, and he's in the process of producing them, so I might as well act like they already here.
And Steve, I know we're just getting started, but this certainly sounds like a closing remark right here. So hang on
Oh,
to
I
it.
already got the
Hang
closing
on
remark.
to it.
Oh,
Yes.
look at you.
Yes.
Oh, I already got
You got it.
Yeah, in an off-air conversation with Junior.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay.
better write that down.
Yeah, wrote it. Gonna do it.
Talk about preparing. I love it.
Yeah.
You
so,
ready?
We're already finished and we just got here. This is
Yep,
beautiful.
finished and just got here. The
Yeah.
president crazy.
Oh, now that
It's
hasn't
still
changed.
crazy.
Yeah, he needs
Beyond.
an attitude adjustment.
It's very simple.
What do you
The
want to say?
Republicans that support him because they have a measure of power, position, and money based on his survival.
Yes.
Power. That's it, man. Power,
The minute he
position,
leaves, they
and
lose
money.
everything. You're right.
Because, man,
And they've
you
been
ca-
out of power for 8 years.
But listen to me. You cannot listen to him and not call a spade a spade. He wrong on so many levels, and I don't care how you rationalize it. This man is wrong. He's just
yeah,
wrong.
this government shutdown is.
But
And it's
So
his.
many people.
And
Yeah.
he's changing the narrative like it's the Democrats' fault.
Right,
You
right.
said you were going to shut it down and you were going to own it, so damn it, own it. It's
Yeah.
yours, man.
Yeah, it is. All right, coming up at 32 after the hour, we're going to talk about aging and the 10-year social media challenge. And this has something to do with you, Steve, so don't go anywhere, all right?
Oh, hell.
Right after this.
You're listening to to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Right now, Steve, you know something's really gone viral when even your favorite celebrities are taking part in the trend. That's Kevin Hart, Neo, Nicki Minaj, Fat Joe, Keke Palmer, Nick Cannon, Holly Robinson Pete. They're all among those taking part in the 10-year challenge, where people are posting a picture of what they looked like a decade ago alongside a recent picture. And let me just say this. I don't appreciate everybody who texted me today the picture of Morgan Freeman. You know?
What happened?
And in his picture, it
Yeah.
was before and after, but he looked the same in both pictures.
Well, he does.
He looked after
Yeah, they
in
had a
both
picture
pictures.
of Morgan Freeman, 1933.
Yeah,
See, hey,
I
Shirley,
didn't
That's her
appreciate that,
crush,
Steve.
Shirley.
Morgan,
Yeah.
Explain your
Morgan
crush.
I
Freeman
didn't
doesn't
appreciate
age.
Yeah, but now he doesn't. Yeah, but he was a young man at one time.
No, Shirley, he doesn't age.
Even on the electric company, child.
He looked
He looked
the same.
100
He was
then,
on the
sir.
electric
He
company
looked
when they didn't have
100 then.
electricity.
Yes,
I don't
He
care.
the same in God Almighty
You
as
right?
he
don't
was
care.
in Driving Miss Daisy,
You right?
as he was in
make
Shawshank Redemption.
You
And
right?
them
Oh,
movies
my
is
God.
25 years apart.
Apart.
The
I don't
same.
care. Let me just,
He-
for the record, I don't care. I love him. You all say
You
what
love
you want to
Morgan
say. I don't care.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving on.
My
Jay was
picture
one of the
10 years
ones.
ago.
Company when they
Huh?
didn't have electricity, Shirley.
All my 10-year pictures would look different.
Yeah.
All of them,
yeah.
because I've made changes.
What kind of changes, though? Did you
Well,
make?
this year is the beard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I
That's right.
trimmed my mustache down to match my beard,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't be this thick, bushy thing. And then my face, I don't want it bushy, so I keep it cropped low.
Yeah, mine is my hair, I guess.
Yeah, for women.
I mean, it's still short, but you know, you sometimes it's like it's really short now.
Now, the
Sometimes
20-year challenge, I got something for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
I like that.
So that's what we're talking about, Steve. With everybody posting these pictures and talking about aging, your birthday, of course, is in 2 days.
Yes, Lord.
So here are a few birthday self-reflection questions for you, Mr. Harvey, sir.
Oh, okay.
So what are you happy about from the past year that you will continue to be happy about this year? Because you said you changed your attitude earlier.
That was 5 minutes ago.
I think,
He's back.
Yeah.
rephrase the question, Shirley.
Okay, so you
What
were
am I-
happy about something last year, 2018, right? Okay, so are you? That happiness is so good, you're going to continue it in this year? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, what was it?
Yeah, I made the attitude adjustment last year,
Okay,
and I'm going to continue it.
okay. Think about this. You're a comedian. What made you laugh the hardest? I mean, hard laughing most recently.
When I was watching that video of that white dude jumping over that canal and he ain't make it. that damn video, man. When I watched that video, man, I'm hollering, man. I'm talking about hollering laughing.
Was you laughing harder than that little boy snatching that thing out that bird mouth?
Yeah, I laughed harder than that. The dude jumping over the canal,
Okay.
that's gut bucket laugh.
Okay. I think we know the answer to this one. You just answered it. Compared to this time last year, are you happier or sadder?
I'm not happier or sadder, but I just
thought
have
you'd say
another
happier.
adjustment.
Okay.
I'm not happier or sad. I wasn't unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just decided to intentionally incorporate brightness every day at all costs.
It is a choice. It is a choice.
Because I've focused more this year on the words that come out of my mouth and the actions that I do. They
Yes.
got to be more, they got to coincide more. Because if a man is as he's thinking, I wanted to elevate my thinking this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's something, because Jay just texted me today. Words hurt, Shirley. He just texted me that today. Because I
They
let him
matter.
have it when he sent me that
Brilliant.
Morgan Freeman
Brilliant,
picture.
Jay.
I let him have it.
Yeah.
She was so mean to me when I sent the Morgan Freeman picture.
What else, Shirley?
Are
Any
you?
more?
Yeah. Are you thinner or fatter?
Oh, yeah, definitely fatter. Right after every Christmas, you can ask me that.
Okay.
And my weight loss challenge starts on Monday.
Oh, this coming Monday. Oh, after
Yeah,
your
this
birthday.
coming Monday. I will let everybody know what it is. I've already started my workout routine.
Uh-huh.
I already know on my birthday I'm gonna trip a little bit, and I will have my first cigar the day after my actual birthday at my birthday party.
Okay. And it's
I will
only
have my
one.
first cigar of the year. Yes, and I won't have another one until, I don't know.
Wow.
2 weeks later, the Super Bowl.
Can I ask a question, Shirley? Steve,
go ahead.
If you could wake up at a weight, just wake up, and you didn't have to work out or anything, what weight would that be?
216.
You
already know. I know too.
Boy, let me tell you
Well, I
something.
didn't know what
If you
they
wake
said
up-
for it.
216.
But he said it with everything in him,
No,
Yeah,
though.
216. 216, y'all can quit talking to me.
Yeah.
I probably won't even respond. Steve. Steve.
You hear me?
Damn it, Steve, you hear me.
Hard.
Yeah.
You so fine, though.
Yeah.
You can't answer.
Okay, here's another one, Steve. Compared to this time last year, are you richer or poorer?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
rich.
yeah.
Oh, you definitely.
Yeah.
Tommy could answer that one for you. Huh?
Here come the count.
Yeah.
Man,
You can
anybody
ask- I can
sitting
answer
in the
most of
rain
these
with a
for
fur
y'all.
coat on
Fuck
is
you.
richer.
You can ask me that every year. That's gonna be the
That's
plan.
but that's your goal, right?
I will never be poor. Never. Never.
Amen
God
to
is
that.
too good to me.
Amen to that.
No, he's taught me the secrets. I will
Claim
never be
it.
poor. Come on, Cheryl. I
Yeah.
like these questions.
All right. What is one mistake from last year that you can learn from this year? What did you do last year?
I've got to learn to vet people better who come into my life.
Oh, I think we can all agree
man.
on that one
Oh,
for
man.
you.
That was a couple of big mistakes I made. If I had done a better
Ooh.
job of that, I'd have saved myself some pain.
Save myself some cussing.
All right. Well, coming up next, it is the nephew's turn to run that prank back. We're going to do that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, in national news, Miss Ann will be here with the latest on the government shutdown and the LA teacher strike. Yeah, that's going on too. Plus, in the entertainment news, Steve, you will be hosting the NFL Honors going down Super Bowl weekend in Atlanta. But right now, the nephew is up with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Give the drummer some. Give the drummer some. Here it is.
Hello,
I'm trying to meet Richie.
this is he.
Hey Richie, how you doing? You the drummer for the band?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
Okay. All right. And you also the guy that you manage. You're the manager of the band too, right?
Correct. What's up? What can I do?
All
for you?
right. All right. We want to book you guys for. I think it's going to be in February. My name's Carter. They told you I was going to be calling.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to go through a little check minus list here, make sure we on the same page, and we got everything's going to be good that night. But I hear you guys, I'll tell you something. You guys come highly recommended. You know that, don't you?
I appreciate that. We know that. We the best
Yeah.
band out there.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Sounds all good. Sounds perfect.
All right. Now, let's talk about money, because that's always the most crucial thing to talk about. Now, you guys
Sounds good.
are supposed to be, about 3,500 from what I understand?
Correct. So what time we starting at?
We're gonna start 7, probably 7:30. You know, get
Okay.
that thing jumping off about 7:30. I think that's gonna be good.
Yeah, we could play till I guess put at 10 o'clock.
7:30 to 10. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. They not gonna get going good till about 10. So I'm gonna say this to you right now. You think you guys could probably go to midnight, maybe 12:30, if I make that thing a nice $5,000?
Sounds good to me. We could definitely work with that.
You can work with that.
Yeah. We'll accommodate. It's gonna be an awesome party. We're gonna bring it for you.
Okay. All right. We got that out of the way. I tell you what. I think the main thing that we haven't gone over is we haven't gone over the songs, and that's what's going to be important for this showdown. Now, you got a pen and a pad? You can write this down?
Yeah. I'll write it down. Give me a second.
No, go ahead.
All right.
Do what you got to do.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm ready.
I just want to be clear. You guys, when you guys go do gigs, you do have people that want certain songs. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. Usually, yeah. All right. If you got
All
any
right.
requests, definitely let us know. We can accommodate.
All right. Well, here we go. Here we go. I want you to write this down. I got something that we got to make sure this is going to be during the height of the party. Here we go.
Okay.
Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks.
Okay.
Okay. Tennessee Whiskey, that's Chris Stapleton. You know that.
Okay.
My Kind of Party, that's Jason Aldean.
Hold on for a second. Is that country music?
You right, that's country music. Boy, that's everything we gonna do. Everything we gonna do that Saturday night is gonna be country music.
Bro, I gotta tell you right now, man. R&B, that's our specialty. Did you not know that? You know what I'm saying? We played R&B. You did not know that?
Oh, no. All I know is you guys come highly recommended. They tell me you guys can sing any thing in the world. All I know is I want some dadgum country. I want some dadgum country music going on around here.
I understand that, but you know our specialty is R&B. That's our specialty. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're trained monkeys where we can just learn something new last minute like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a different genre.
Now, let's get one thing understood. You're the person that said monkey. I ain't said about no.
Yo, I'm just you gotta chill.
Right?
And you know that we're an R&B band. That's our big thing. That's what we promote ourselves as.
Let me ask you something, Richie. Let me ask you something. Now, do you not want to make the $5,000 that you and I have already negotiated?
I don't like being disrespected, though. You know what I'm saying? And
nobody's disrespecting you at all.
You're disrespecting. We're an R&B band. We don't with country. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on here, Richie. You got something against country music?
I have no problem with country music. It's just that we have a full horn section, which doesn't really work with country music. You know what I'm saying? We play R&B. It's not our genre. You know what I mean?
I got what you're used to doing, but if I don't hear Let Me See Your Girl by Cole Swindell, then that it ain't gonna work for me. I gotta get that. I gotta get Slow Burn by Tim Hicks. I gotta get All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over by Hank Williams Jr.
I mean, you know what?
Wait. Kevin over at the bank is telling me that you guys can sing anything in the world. Now, I know you ain't telling me that Kevin's lying.
I mean, maybe he should have told you explicitly what we do and what we play. You know what I'm saying?
I've never met anybody in my life that problem playing Garth Brooks, Chris Stapleton, Jason Aldean, Brooks and Dunn, Blake Shelton, Cole Swindell, Lady A. You're going to sit here and tell me you can't play none of these songs. I want you to get on the stage and sing these songs that we won't go. We ain't got time to find another group. Everybody's booked up now.
I don't give a about your stupid party. You know what I'm saying? You came to us to play music, and then we told you what we do.
Hang on. You know, right now I feel like we had a standoff at the OK Corral. What the
All right. Let me talk to my band. All right, because this is going unnecessary too far. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we could make it work.
All right. Well, let me ask you something. Is Dre the bass player?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Can I tell you something about Dre?
What about him?
Dre got me to prank phone call you. This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, baby. You just got pranked by your boy in the band, Dre.
Damn.
Oh, snap. Okay, I got to ask you something, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show.
There it is. Get a drummer some.
Give him some.
Okay.
Get a drummer some. Let me get Tommy some right now. I told y'all Tampa was going to jump this thing off. Guess what? Friday, Saturday sold out. You ain't got nothing but Thursday left. The nephew is coming to Tampa Improv. Tickets on sale right now. Now, stupid, go ahead, Junior.
Huh?
Stupid do
there
what?
It is. Friday, Saturday, gone. The nephew jumping this thing off. Did you hear me? Ignorosity come around once a year.
First time in the new year. Come on, Junior.
I got you, boy.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, thank you guys. Entertainment news, Steve is going to host the NFL Honors. And the movie Coming to America 2 is becoming a reality. I love that. Right after this, we'll talk about it.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Miss Ann is standing by with our national news. She's going to talk about this teachers union teacher strike. The LAUSD. Listen, more than 31,000 members of the LAUSD. That's the Los Angeles Los Angeles Unified School District. Okay, let's get that right. Los Angeles Unified School District. United Teachers of Los Angeles, okay? They staged a walkout, all right? They are demanding higher pay, smaller class sizes, as well as more counselors, more librarians, and more nurses. And we here on the Steve Harvey Morning Show have always supported teachers. We support our teachers. They teach our kids. And oftentimes in our society, they're so overlooked and underpaid. So, we stand with you guys.
Anyway, you have to strike for that you don't have that already. That's what you're fighting for.
Yeah.
Teachers are the most underpaid people in the United States of America.
Yes,
and
sir.
they have the most daunting job. They are to educate our children. And people who educate our children should earn quality living. But they're up against it. They don't have the proper supplies or materials. They have outdated books. They have overcrowded situations. And then the worst part is discipline.
Oh, yeah.
All it takes is 2 or 3 bad kids to mess up the learning experience for everybody. And when you send your little ignorant ass baby down to the school, don't know nothing at home, now you want a genius back at 4:30. Well, he ain't not coming back. He didn't know a damn thing when he went up there. You can't tell his little rowdy ass nothing at home that you done send him up there to this teacher. The teacher just looking upside his head.
Hey, Steve, do you remember when we first got to L.A. with this show and how you...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you... your whole thing was about getting the teachers the materials and the tools they needed to... to teach our kids. You had the whole book drive going wanting donations so the schools could get books so the teachers could have the resources to teach our kids. And that was... almost 20 years ago.
And you know something, remember the struggle that I got in?
Yes, I do.
Because I had went and started with the Compton because I had met all of these students from Compton who were honor roll students, but they couldn't go to college. And I was talking with the kids and I was going, what? What do you mean? Because we can't pass the ACT, SAT. I said, y'all honor roll students. They said, we honor roll students in the books we have, but all of our books are outdated.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so we can't compete with the new math. So we can't get in. I went, what?
Yeah.
So I messed around and went to the school. And then that's when I saw kids sitting on the floor. I said, why y'all sitting on the floor? We ain't got no more desk.
Yeah.
I went, wait a minute. And then I went, my man, where your books at? I ain't get one. And then that's when the teacher told me her class of 33 students, she has 18 books.
Yeah.
So the kids alternate books. I said,
and the books they had didn't have covers on them. Some of them, the pages were missing. It was
Yeah. You remember that? And
Yeah,
so when I tried to
yeah.
buy new books, remember I got all them books and they turned them down?
I remember.
I said, okay, they tripping because they don't want to be made to look bad.
Right.
So it was just a horrible situation.
Yeah, it was. All right, we got to go to Miss Ann, Steve, for an update on this L.A. teacher strike.
Well, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. I want to start off, though, with the shutdown. It's now day 25 of the partial government shutdown. Passengers at airports around the country find themselves waiting on longer and longer security lines because of a shortage of TSA baggage screeners. Reports are that a number of agents are calling in sick since they're not getting paid as that tug-of-war continues over President Trump's planned border wall. Meanwhile, the president's making sure that the people who voted for him remain firm in their support during this shutdown and his new trade policies taking effect. Trump spoke before the Farm Bureau Centennial, Louisiana yesterday and issued a promise.
It's only going to get better because we're doing trade deals that are going to get you so much business, you're not even going to believe it. your problem will be, what do? We need more acreage immediately.
Well, nevertheless, a number of U.S. growers are still worried about Trump's trade war with the world's largest consumer, which is China. President Trump's nominee to be a U.S. Attorney General, William Barr, undergoes questioning today before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Barr expected to protect Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. According to his prepared statement, anyway, Barr will also promise senators during his confirmation hearing that he will remain independent of the president. Barr is expected to be asked, though, about some of his earlier statements. For instance, last year, this guy called the probe into Russian interference fatally misconceived. Barr now says that comment was taken kind of out of context. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy met with Iowa Congressman Steve King yesterday. King, recently quoted in the New York Times, as asking how the terms of white nationalist and white supremacist became offensive. At the time, Congressman McCarthy was on CBS's Face the Nation.
I'm having a serious conversation with Congressman Steve King on his future and role in this Republican Party.
And they had a serious discussion. Apparently, the panel of Republican leaders voted unanimously yesterday to keep Congressman King off all House committees. The Congressional Black Caucus wanted Steve King removed from all committee assignments. Looks like he will be removed. Over 30,000 teachers, as you've heard, in Los Angeles on strike. The school's still open. Some 400 substitute teachers have been hired. Contract talks broke down over the issues of higher pay and smaller class sizes. According to feminist attorney Gloria Allred, R. Kelly's attempting to intimidate one of his alleged victims into keeping quiet, with Allred saying that the singer seems to be taking his playbook, she says, from Donald Trump. That's her quote. Allred was referring to Faith Rogers, who was in a relationship with Kelly at age 19 and who was suing Kelly for sexual battery and for knowingly infecting her with an STD, claiming Kelly's been, quote, mentally, sexually, and brutally and verbally abusive to her. Finally, sad news, though, from the world of entertainment. Singer Larry Cunningham of The Floaters has passed. Remember?
Cancer. And my name is Larry.
Just float on. Larry Cunningham was 67 years old, everybody. Back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Pastor John Gray recently caught a lot of flack for buying a $200,000 Lamborghini SUV truck for his wife, Aventer Gray. This is for their 8th anniversary. John Gray is a former associate pastor at Houston's Lakewood Church. That's the mega church, of course, run by Joel Osteen. Pastor Gray moved to South Carolina to work at Relentless Church. That's a mega church that was named Redemption Church. Pastor Gray defended the expensive gift on social media and claimed that not a nickel, not a penny from his church went toward the gift that he gave his wife. That's according to News One. It's been a rough year for Pastor Gray, guys.
It just started.
Yeah, it's been a rough year. I know. Well, I think he's talking about 2018 as well. First, he was dragged to ungodly hell for sitting with Trump for a photo op. That picture got out.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
that picture, yeah.
It was a bunch of pastors, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
and then most recently, Pastor Gray revealed that he was cheating on his wife. That's what everyone is talking about, which is why they're saying that's the reason he bought his wife the Lamborghini, $200,000, and considering a divorce. In addition, he said he was suicidal, which is why Bishop T.D. Jakes exorcised the spirit of suicide from Pastor Gray. There's a lot going on there. A lot. Yep.
Man, I like Gray.
I like him a lot.
And he's human. We got to take that into consideration.
I like him a lot, man.
But
We've
a
had
man.
some great conversations. I like him a lot. I think that people put pastors on a pedestal that they can't even live up to. Bishop Jakes taught me this. They are men.
Yes.
And women.
Right.
They that first.
Yep.
They sinners too, saved by grace. Because you a sinner saved by grace don't mean you no longer sin.
That's right.
You just saved. He can ask for forgiveness just like I can for something I do, or just like you can for something you do. And you better hope that God continues to show the grace to all of us,
mercy.
because every last one of us gonna need some grace and mercy and some forgiveness.
Yep.
So we jump on these people like, oh, how could he? I can't believe he. Now, do we hold preachers and pastors to a higher standard? Of course we do.
Yes, we do.
Of course we do. But at the end of the day, I've talked with this young dude many times, man. just a great guy, man, a great guy. But remember this, great people make bad mistakes. The prison system is full of them. I know a lot of good brothers, man, who just made some bad mistakes.
Yeah.
But now, that ain't going to stop social media and none of them phony Christians from doing what they going to do. Because they going to ride him in the ground like I don't know how I ain't never liked him. Well, whatever.
Yeah. All right. We'll spend a little more time on this story. We can talk about it some more coming up at 34 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We were talking about Pastor John Gray when we went to break earlier, and he had an emotional New Year's Eve sermon where he admitted that he's thought about ending his marriage and ending his life. Pastor Gray recently got some help from fellow pastor and a friend to the morning show, Pastor Bishop T.D. Jakes. This was during a pastor's leadership conference at First Baptist Church of Glenarden and Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church on January 5th. Bishop Jakes prayed over Pastor Gray and noted the spirit of suicide continued to lurk in his home. The emotional sermon came just about a month after Pastor Gray, was criticized for gifting his wife with a $200,000 Lamborghini SUV in honor of their 8th wedding anniversary. However, some claim that the gift was only a cover-up to make up for Pastor Gray's allegedly having a mistress whom he's rumored to have gotten pregnant.
Well,
now, that is a rumor. We definitely have to keep Pastor Gray and this whole situation in our prayers as Christians. You know, we're supposed to be about forgiveness. Yeah, this is tough now. Don't get me wrong. This is a mistress. This is tough.
But you know, Christians, we're all human. They the most sometimey group. You know, man, they are a real sometimey group. They apply the scriptures when it's convenient.
Some, yeah.
They ain't always. Some. I'm just talking about some. But they ain't always, you know. Oh, but let it be them, though. They want all the scriptures to count.
We need them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're saying is don't be a hypocrite.
Right.
Well,
he's
you know,
a great speaker, man. Great speaker,
me,
great
man.
motivator.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is.
And he's a human being.
And we're not supposed to put our faith in man. We're not supposed. We're supposed to put our faith in God and know it for yourself.
To me. Yeah, don't nobody know what's happening in nobody's house.
Right.
Don't
Absolutely.
nobody know. You know, you everybody.
And we're
you're
not
supposed to
judge.
be this, and you're supposed to be that, and I got it. But that was one of the mistakes that I made in my life. You know, I solved problems in my house, outside of my house. I made all the mistakes before.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And, you know, that's what he did. He was some problem at the house, and he went outside to fix it. And here we go.
Yeah.
But, you know, if that's the case, you know, this is the first time hearing about it today.
Yeah.
I just was talking with the young brother because we exchanged texts from time to time. Always encouraging to me, always calling me to say, brother, just thinking about you, man. Keep your head up, hang in there, man. Stay a soldier. You're an example for us all. I get texts from him like that repeated.
And knows the Lord and knows the word, all of that.
And he
can
human.
preach the gospel. Yeah.
And he human. But
absolutely.
You know, but you know.
Keep him in our prayers.
Like I'm the same with him.
Huh?
You know, that I'm the same with him that I've always been. You know, we can still talk and text. Hey, that mistake right there, I can understand it. Who am I? Man, all the crazy mess I done in my life. I got a lot of nerve trying to judge some damn body.
I can't throw a rock at nobody.
Man, and Tommy, guess what? Neither can nobody else.
Right.
That's
right.
right.
And guess
That's
what?
right.
They gonna be slanging at this brother like he can't do this and he can't. Well, he did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
And God can forgive him and will
And
forgive
did.
him. And
Even
has
when y'all don't.
That's right. Indeed.
But he can get up and get it right.
But on a side note, have you seen that new Lamborghini truck?
I just looked it up when you said it.
I saw it. Okay. Up next, we'll move on. Up next, it is the nephew with the prank phone call coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. This one's called She's Falling in Love with a Liar. She's falling in love with a liar. But right now, it is the nephew. He's here for today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
Alarm alert. Alarm alert. That's the name of the prank right there, y'all. Alarm alert. Follow me, if you would, to this phone call. Let it ring. Alarm alert. Here it is.
That's funny.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Denise, please.
Yeah, this is Denise.
Hi, Denise. This is Tony. I'm calling security. We got an alarm that's gone off on you guys' property. Are you guys? We're just checking before we send authorities out. Is everything okay? Did maybe someone trip the alarm?
Oh my gosh. No, I'm at work.
Oh,
I'm at work right now. I'm not home.
Okay. Do you have a pet or dog or anything that could actually trip the alarm?
No, that's strange. It never goes off like that. I'm kind of nervous.
Okay, give me a second. We've got a call into the neighborhood security that actually are en route to the property, and they were going to give us some information before we actually sent the police officers out. Unless you would like for me to send them out now, but
I feel like you should send the police. I mean, if I'm not home and nobody's home and my alarm's going off and it never goes off, that I'm worried.
Okay, hang on one second. This is neighborhood security calling now. Hang on one second. I'll be right back to you.
Okay.
Denise, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, they have they're out there on the property, the neighborhood security. Do you
good.
There is a black guy that is on your premise. Are you familiar with
Okay.
who that might be?
Well, I mean, my husband's black, but he should be at work right now.
Okay.
So
All
definitely
right, let me.
something up.
Okay.
And he probably would have texted me if, the alarm was going off.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you have any other black male friends?
Excuse me?
Do you have any other? Do you have any other black male friends that might be at the house?
I mean, yeah, it's a very weird question. I mean, I have black friends, yes, but I don't think they would be in my house.
Okay. Well, I mean, should we just assume that this is your husband? What do you think? I mean, what would you like for me to do?
My husband's at work. I mean, how tall is this person? My husband's 6'3". He's a pretty tall guy.
Hold on one second. Let me go back to the security from the neighborhood. Hang on one second.
Yeah, no, somebody's in my alarm's going off. I don't know. I mean.
Okay, Denise?
Yes.
Okay, they have the black guy that they're looking at is about 5'10", maybe late 20s. How old is your husband?
No, my husband is. I just told you that my husband's not there. He would have texted me or called me and told me that he accidentally set the alarm off. And I'm actually going to text him. I mean, this is crazy. I should probably call him.
Okay,
I mean,
you do realize if we send the authorities out and this is a false call that you're going to get charged for that. You do know that, right?
A false call? You just said somebody's in my house, and it's not me or my husband. So
right, I mean,
you should be charging me for that.
You're saying your husband's black, and then there's a black guy there. I mean, they probably know each other, right?
Are you kidding me? What kind of question is that? Why? Because they're both black?
I'm just trying to save you some money, ma'am. I don't want to send out police officers when they get there, and then all of a sudden your husband knows the black guy, or he's a relative or something. I mean, do they? I mean, do you want to call and see if you're?
Oh my God! Well, you think this is really offensive, and I don't understand. If I'm telling you that I don't know who the person is in my house, that means that you should send the police. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
You think what? My black.
Hang on, they're calling back. The neighborhood. Just hold on one second, Denise. The neighborhood security's calling back here.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Okay, Denise. Now, the security in the neighborhood, they're telling me that this guy just drove out of the garage in a white pickup. Do you guys have a white pickup?
Yes, we do.
So this guy just pulled out of your garage in a white pickup.
Well, I have my car at work, and my husband has his car. That's like the truck that he uses on the weekends for like construction and stuff. So that means somebody just stole our car. I can't believe this is happening. are watching somebody in my house, and you basically watch them steal my truck.
I'm going to go ahead now and get the police to go over, okay?
Now? Why the are you going to send them now? He probably took all my in my house. I mean, by the time the police get there, there's not going to be anything left in my house. Probably just fill the back of the truck.
I mean, I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to help
I
you
know.
out here.
What is it going to do me now? I mean, the whole time you've been talking to me, he's been cleaning out my house out and stealing.
Well, how did he get in your house?
I don't know. I don't know this guy. You're interrogating me? What the
I'm just asking you, how could somebody get in your house? Did you leave something open? What did you guys do?
Okay. Listen, you would know because I wouldn't have been able to set my alarm this morning if something was open. It would beep and it wouldn't let me set the alarm. And the fact that you're interrogating me when somebody's robbing my house, you need to do your job. I need to call my husband. You're wasting my time. I mean, by the time the police get there, it's going to be tomorrow.
So you're gonna call Daryl now?
I'm sorry?
You're gonna call Daryl now?
How the do you know my husband's name?
Denise, this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your husband Daryl got me to prank phone call.
Oh my God! I was gonna come down there and. So nobody stole my truck, right?
Nobody stole your truck. Nobody's at your house. Your alarm is fine. Everything is good. But Daryl told me, he said, we got to get my wife. We got to get her good.
Oh, that's so mean. It's so mean.
Did we get you?
Oh, my God. I was sweating. I was so angry. I was sweating over here.
All right, so tell me this. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Did I go too far?
Yes. Yeah, you did.
You
if you have to ask.
I know Jay, probably look at me a little different, got the white lady riled up. You probably look at me a little different, right?
I'm proud of you. You know that. And you know this.
Even now, Jay?
Our question is that degree they gave.
Sometimes you put a little fire
Sooner
on
or
a white
later.
woman.
All right. Once again, baby, Tampa, one show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. That's January 24th, 25th, 26th at the Tampa Improv. Tickets on sale for Thursday night. Everything else sold out. And who knows? You never know, Tampa. The one and only could walk in and want the microphone. Tampa, tell him
Steve?
we welcome him. We welcome him.
When is it now?
Yes. That'll be January 24th, 25th, 26th.
24th. That's the weekend after my
After
birthday.
MLK weekend. Yes, sir.
Then the following weekend is Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You can fit him in. Can you open up for him that weekend?
He's pondering it, though.
You know,
I
I
like it.
really want to be like, can I come at the Tampa Club, which I've never been in? Could I come from behind the stage, or I got to walk through the crowd?
What you want to do?
That'd be even more crazy if I come through the crowd slapping people on the back.
Yeah.
Like I used to. I used to walk through the crowd and slap people on the back. What's up, man? Steve, what's up? Man, I ain't done that in a long time, man. A long time.
Okay. Once you whistle, I get it.
All right, thank you, nephew. Up next, it is the Strawberry Letter. I told you the subject. She's falling in love with a liar. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on dating, on work, on sex, on parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. Right, Steve?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if that attitude adjustment applied to the Strawberry Letter.
No, it don't. But yeah. Call us.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. Here it is, a Strawberry Letter.
That's right. We could be reading your letter just like we're reading this one. Thank you, nephew. Subject, she's falling in love with a liar. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 55-year-old black man, and I've been divorced for 2 years. And I feel that I'm a great catch for a nice single woman. Last summer, I met a beautiful and curvy lady one morning when I stopped to get coffee on my way to work. I flirted with her, and she flirted back, so I asked if I could get her number. We exchanged numbers, and I told her I would call her later on that day. I started out with a text to break the ice. She told me that she was 31 years old, and I felt funny about telling her my age right off because I wanted to see if we were compatible. When she asked my age, I told her that I was only 45 years old. I was testing the waters to see if she would run. She told me that she didn't have a problem with my age, so it was on and popping. Fast forward to 6 months later, and we're having a great time with each other. Luckily, I am in good shape, and I don't look my age, so the subject of my age has never come up. Recently, I met her family, and she's met my children, which shows that this is getting serious. So now I'm worried. I am torn between having this gorgeous younger woman in my life and losing her by telling her my real age. I don't want to mess with her head and make her think she's falling in love with a liar. Please advise. All right, sir.
Well, Shirley, this ought to be good.
Yeah. I just say, tell her what you told us in the letter. You got to tell her something. Tell her what you told us in the letter. It hasn't come up yet, but, I'm sure it will. So 55 isn't that old. You say you look good for your age. You're in good shape. You guys are having a good time and all that. But, lying could be a problem depending on the young lady. I mean, this is not a big lie. It's not a bad lie or anything like that. So it's just a matter of how she's going to take it. Again, you guys are having fun now. You're meeting each other's families. She met your kids. And you're 6 months in. So I just say, do the right thing at some point and just come clean. You didn't want her to run. You got to tell her that. You thought, she may have thought you'd be too old for her at 31. She's 31 and you're 55. So I think if you're honest now, especially if this relationship gets into the engagement stage and you guys start talking about marriage, I think you should go ahead and come clean because at some point this is going to come out. But it's the way you tell her. And like I said, it's not a big lie. It's not a bad lie. But it is a lie, and it depends on how she feels about lying. She's 31. You guys are having a great time. I think it'll be all right. Steve?
Well, dog, you shouldn't have lied. Let's just go on tell the truth. Now you got a whole nother situation.
Excuse me. Steve?
Yeah.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Because just say what you just said again.
I said, well, you shouldn't have lied.
Okay. And you sure you're feeling okay?
I heard it, Shirley.
Yeah.
I'm just fine.
Hope it's a butt in there, though.
I mean, in this situation right here, because the reason he shouldn't lie, because now I can mess up everything. You should only lie to save yourself.
Talk,
here's
boy.
the Steve we know.
Nah, that go my dog.
I'm just trying to tell you. You don't lie for this here. You lie to save yourself. These lies are essential to the betterment and development of any relationship. Save yourself. Lying is necessary. Now, you wasn't trying. You ain't even know this woman. This a lie for no damn reason.
It's a wasted lie.
You done wasted a damn lie. You one good lie. Now you can't tell another one. Because you done blew your lie early. You ain't even know this heifer. Sitting up here, you a 55-year-old black man. You been divorced 2 years. Last summer, you met this beautiful, curvy woman. Now, I'm stopped at the coffee. I'm flirting with her. She flirted back.
Yeah.
I asked her, could I get her number? We exchanged number. I told her I'd call her later that day. Yeah, I started out with a text, to break the ice. See, that's when you know you old, when you say, I started out with a text to break the ice. Break the ice with a text?
Yeah, I ain't heard break the ice.
That's how they talk now. Yeah, I thought I'd break the ice with a text. She told me she was 31. I felt funny about telling her my age right off. Why? You 55, you don't know her. Now, here, because I wanted to see if we were compatible. That's a lie, dog. That's a lie. You did not tell her you was 55. You could have seen if you was 55, you can still find out if y'all was compatible. You wanted to see if you had a chance at getting it at 45. because you thought you didn't have a chance of getting it at 55.
Yeah.
That's why he said he was 45.
Oh, that's what it was. It's not because...
Shirley, this men, girl.
All day.
See, because I didn't think it was a bad lie.
Oh, he had to lie because he didn't think he could get it at 55. He wanted to see if he could get it at 45. That's what the lie was. It was all about getting it. This wasn't about no seeing if we was compatible. We don't even know what that mean in the beginning.
Okay.
He didn't look at her. I'll show you why. He said he met her. I stopped to get coffee on my way to work. I flirted with her. She flirted back. No, first he said, last summer I met a beautiful and curvy lady one morning when I stopped to get her. Beautiful and curvy lady. That's what he saw. I stopped to get coffee. I flirted with her. She flirted back. You know why? Because she was beautiful and curvy. I asked for a number. They exchanged numbers. You called her. You broke the ice. She told you she was 31. You went, hell, she might not like me because I'm 55. Let me try 45. If she'd have said 45 was too old, you'd have came back and said, I was just joking. I'm 40.
I'm 35.
Yeah.
Yeah. She told me she didn't have a problem with my age. I was testing the waters to see if she was wrong. I told her I was only 45. I was testing waters to see if she wrong. She told me she didn't have a problem with my age. That's because you said 45, fool. Then the next line, so it was on and popping. You 55, you too old to say that. Now he trying to talk young. Now it's on and popping. It ain't been popping for your ass in years.
He's trying to talk young.
Yeah, so now it was on and popping. He trying to talk 45 now. You 55.
But he looks 45, so is it really a lie?
He 55. When I come back, I got some shocking information.
Okay. All right. Part 2 of Steve's response coming up. The letter is she's falling in love with a liar. We'll be back at 23 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, listen up, everybody. If you're like me, you use your phone for everything, which can be dangerous without an unlimited plan. Luckily, there's Walmart Family Mobile. Yeah, you get 2 truly unlimited lines priced for under $75 a month, powered by T-Mobile. You even get 5 gigabytes of mobile hotspot per line. That's hot. They've got the latest smartphones to choose from. Just visit myfamilymobile.com or stop by Walmart to save today. Walmart Family Mobile. Get everything you love about Walmart in mobile. Video typically streams at DVD quality. See terms at myfamilymobile.com.
All right, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. She's falling in love with a liar.
Dude met this chick at the coffee shop. She beautiful, she curvy, little thick thing. You know what I'm saying? He looking at her, she looking at him. They got to flirting. They exchanged numbers. You texted her to break the ice. She told you she was 31. You said, oh, hell, I can't tell this girl I'm 55 years old. I'm gonna lie. I told her I was 45. She said she didn't have a problem with your age. Oh, okay. Then when she told you was 45, you was testing the waters she had run. She told me she didn't have a problem with my age. Then he started talking young. It was on and popping. Oh, it's on and popping. It's Rice Krispies, Snap, Crackle, Pop. Yeah, all right now. Fast forward 6 months later, we having a great time with each other. That means they all in it. Luckily, I'm in good shape and I don't look my age, so the subject of my age has never come up. Recently, I met a family. She done met my children, which shows that this is getting serious. So now I'm worried. Yeah, I know you're worried. You ought to be worried, because she going to ask one of them kids how old they are.
Yep.
As soon as that damn baby say she 35, she gonna be looking at your ass when you done had a baby at 10. Because your ass lied. Them kids is in their 30s, partner, you got a problem.
But Steve, can I ask you something?
You can.
Usually men don't lie about their age, right? They lie about other things, but not their age.
I don't get this. I don't get this. He wasted one. Now he could run
a lie.
He
That's what he
wasted.
said.
Now he could run the risk of losing this little fine thing. So now I'm worried. I'm torn between having this gorgeous younger woman in my life and losing her by telling her my real age. I don't want to mess with her head and make her think she falling in love with a liar. Please advise. You lied, dog. Now, eventually, you're going to have to tell the truth because she going to get to snooping around.
Is there a reenactment here anywhere?
Well, it's a couple things that's going, that she going to know.
Like?
What is all these pills on this damn nightstand that you done raked off in this drawer?
Show some on there.
Some up there.
Liniment in the room. I smell liniment.
Excuse me, what is hypertension?
He gonna know.
See, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So here's a reenactment.
Okay, come on, you and Jay.
I'm the man trying to hide my age.
Of course.
Jay, you Glenda.
Glenda.
You Glenda.
You need a whole name now.
I'm Glennis. I'm Glennis and you Glenda.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Glennis, what's going on? You called me to come over here. What's going on?
Hey, girl, what's popping?
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get jiggy.
Yeah. Lovely place you got here. Nice.
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Oh, it snaps.
It is. I love that big back TV you got there. That's nice. That is so nice. That is. My daddy passed and he gave that to me. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wanted to have something to remember my father by. That's why I got that console over there.
Oh, okay. And in the pictures you got on the wall of the dog shooting pool, that is lovely. I haven't seen that.
Ain't that nice?
I've seen that in a while.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot right there. That dog shooting pool. I got the one of the same dogs praying too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what you want to talk about? What's up?
Well,
what's up?
I just want to talk to you a little bit about, some things that I've been going through and feeling. Now, just wondering if
Hold
you
on, wait
might.
a minute. Just is that liniment I smell? I smell a strong whiff of liniment.
Yeah. That's icy hot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. That's the same thing Shaq wear. 40-year-olds wear that.
All right.
Yeah, 40-year-old people wear that. That's why I use icy hot.
Okay. All right. What you want to talk about?
My daddy used Ben Gay, but I use icy hot.
Okay.
Because Shaq used it, because Shaq 40-something. But I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit, because I got some things. You probably been looking around the apartment wondering, why I got that big giant wooden spoon and fork on the wall. Probably been tripping about this walnut paneling in here. Just a little stuff like that. I just wanted to tell you, I decorate like that because, I try to keep it old school.
But you know what I really like is
What's
the
that?
cat with the eyes that go back and forth. I love that.
Yeah.
Where you get one of those from?
Hey, Glenda, ain't that popping?
That is.
That's popping.
You say that's popping.
But I got something I want to tell you though. Glenda.
Okay.
Be honest with you, Remember when we met at the coffee shop?
Yeah, you
I was just
good
looking
that
at you,
day.
girl. Girl, you did too. That's what got this whole thing started. We exchanged numbers. You remember that?
Yeah.
And you remember that time I broke the ice and I texted you and I told you that when we could hook up, and then you told me that you was 31. I said, boy, God, dog, look at him.
That's what you said when you saw me.
Girl, I said that and a whole lot more.
Okay.
I said, this must be my dream come true.
All right. I'm feeling the same way. I'm feeling a little something too. So what you got to tell me?
So let me ask you this. So when you saw me, how old you think I was?
When I first looked at you, because you had on, first of all, I liked the way you had those creases in your pants. Like it was just
in his jeans.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was so nice. Yeah. I thought maybe about the age you told me. I accepted that. Well, how old are you?
Well, seeing is believing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, girl? I'm telling you, man, you can keep on getting this 45 right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's on and popping.
Yeah, it's on and popping.
I
Matter
kind
of
of
fact,
like on and popping. I like it.
Yeah, I'm finna bounce. Get on up out of here.
All right. And so are we, Steve. Glennis and Glenda, thank you guys Listen, you can email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM. Coming up in about 10 minutes, Comedy Roulette with the fellas. And Travis Scott got a super deal. Wait till you hear this. Coming back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Now, you guys know how Travis Scott, hip-hop star Travis Scott, took a lot of heat and got a lot of backlash for agreeing to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Well, this was all due to the situation, of the players kneeling in support of Colin Kaepernick. Well, Travis has agreed to perform with Maroon 5.
So, wait. So why did he get in trouble for performing?
Because, people are saying
like
they're
a
going
protest,
they're going to boycott the game and, all of that. It was
Rihanna
just-
turned
yeah.
down the gig.
Yeah.
A lot of, celebrities
standing
said
up
they
for
would
Kaepernick.
perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, to support what was
I
going
mean, that's
on.
cool, but hold up. Wait a minute, y'all. The players is playing.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
But, he got backlash for it. But
I don't think that's fair, man. The players are playing in this game.
Well, and Travis Scott is going to perform now because, like I said, he got a lot of backlash. But you're right. So you're saying support the players, Steve.
The players is playing. I'm cool with the people that want to boycott it.
Yeah.
Like Rihanna. Now, I think that's a cool statement for major stars like that to say that to the NFL. But the players is playing in the game. Now, if y'all ain't boycotting the Super Bowl, but I'm not in agreement with him getting flack for performing at the halftime of the Super Bowl.
for agreeing to do it, right.
For agreeing to do it. Now, if there are those who want to boycott it, I'm okay with it. The problem with boycotting the Super Bowl is if the players were boycotting the Super Bowl, I'd be with you.
Mm-hmm.
But the players are not boycotting the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're going to work. Yeah.
They going to work. They show, and
Uh-huh.
if any team works to get to the Super Bowl, I can assure you they're going.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah.
all of these players right now are willing to go to the Super Bowl.
Well,
So
well-
I don't understand.
Well, listen to this story, Steve. I mean, excuse me, there's even more to it than that. All right, a lot of people, again, we were saying they're boycotting it and supporting Colin Kaepernick. But Travis has agreed to perform. Maroon 5 was going to perform all along. A lot of people were saying, since they're in Atlanta, why isn't Usher performing? Why aren't some of these Atlanta rappers performing? Things like that. All right, but Maroon 5 is going to be there. Travis Scott is going to be there. There is a catch, though. Now, Travis Scott told the NFL that they had to pony up if they wanted him to take the stage. While halftime performers, they don't get paid any money. They do not get paid. But together, Travis Scott and the NFL will donate $500,000 to Dream Corps. What is Dream Corps, you say? It's a nonprofit organization described as a social justice accelerator, which backs initiatives that close prison doors and open doors of opportunity for all.
There you go.
So that's a good thing.
Why would you boycott that?
Yeah, that's a really good thing right
I
there.
I didn't even
Go
know
ahead.
that, but I still support the brother. I just think that if the players are playing in the game, I think us supporting it, I mean us boycotting it doesn't make. But if you want to boycott it, if that's your way, I think Rihanna's making a statement on behalf, and that's cool. If you want to make the statement, but I don't think it should be required. Because some people are taking that stance that all people have to take the stand, simply because the players are playing in the game.
Yeah, and Big Boy's going to perform as well. He's going to be up there, too, because he's from Atlanta, so they got their Atlanta
Dog,
rapper.
it's the Super Bowl. It's not going to change. Listen to me. We can support Colin Kaepernick, which I do 100%. The problem is they flipped the narrative. They made it about something that it wasn't.
And by they, you mean Donald
president.
Trump. Yeah.
So now, if we're no longer kneeling, that form of protest for that moment is over. But once again, I can appreciate a Rihanna for turning it down to support. I like that about her, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And any other big star that wants to do it. But I don't think we can ask everybody to do it, especially since the players are playing.
Okay. All right. Point
That's
well
just
made.
my opinion. I mean, you
Well,
can
I
have
like
a different
Travis's
opinion.
super deal, how he made it work.
Yeah,
And
he
and
did.
then for him to do something like that, I just think it's a
That's
great
big.
Smart
move.
move.
Thank you.
Smart move. Yeah.
Brother Sharp, man. Sharp cat.
Yeah. All right, time for, we're going to move on and get on to comedy roulette, Steve. And so, J. Anthony Brown, take it away, please.
I have to explain it. And the reason I have to explain it.
Hey, man, just explain it.
We have new listeners every day.
Every day.
People who are not familiar with some of the things that we do on this show. Therefore, I will take the time to explain comedy roulette. It's a routine that we do from time to time. It goes like this. We take 4 subjects. We put them on a wheel. We spun the wheel.
Slower, Jay.
Where it stops. Because we are all comedians, accomplished comedians.
Steve gonna start
we
screaming.
can do the damn thing.
Could that have been any slower?
I think it was thorough. It was very thorough.
All right. These are the subjects, okay? Things you say to get people out of your house after the football game, after the party, because your team lost. Number 2, stupid things people argue about. We do that all the time on this show. Things you say when you're lost. And number 4, things people say to you who owe you money. All right, let's spin the wheel, Dave.
Spun it.
Okay. Things you say to get people out of your house. That's where it landed after the football game.
I love it.
Your team lost. Okay. Short time. Let's go.
All right.
Junior?
Hey, man. Somebody outside breaking in cars.
Good one. Let's go, guys.
Hey, y'all, the heat gonna be off in this room right here in a few minutes. All the heat gonna be out.
In the winter storm.
Come on, nephew.
Hey, listen, my auntie in the back room in her casket. Can anybody help me move her to the front living room?
What? All right, come on, Steve, close it out. Things you say to get people out of your house after your team lost the football game.
Well, we out of wings.
I'm out.
Where are my car keys?
Yeah. Everybody leave
Ain't no more
then.
damn wings. That's it.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, there's been a lot going on in the world of R. Kelly. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, guys, there's been so much going on in the world of R. Kelly. Here's some of the latest developments in case you haven't been keeping up. Celine Dion has pulled her R. Kelly collab of I'm Your Angel. Remember that? That song was like number one forever,
Classic.
man. Yeah. She's pulled it from streaming devices. A talking head in the surviving R. Kelly docuseries, journalist Touré became collateral damage when he was accused of workplace sexual harassment by a former Vibe coworker.
So he was in the docuseries talking about it, and then now he's accused.
Now he's accused. The Illinois Spring Break Jam concert, which goes down in April at the Illinois State Fairgrounds, had his application denied due to security concerns. R. Kelly was slated to host that annual event.
And take that off.
At the fair?
Yeah, he's not going to be down there.
And then on Friday, a banner flew over the Sony RCA offices with a message to drop R. Kelly. That was
Drop
that
him
message.
from the label,
Yeah,
huh?
from the label. They want to drop him, Sony. What do you think, Steve?
I mean, I don't. It's hard because, I try not to wish bad on nobody, but then, damn dog, I mean, I didn't know any of this was at this level or this extent.
Nope.
So
No, it
when you
did.
make a bed, you got to lay in it.
Yeah.
You got to lay in it, man. It's
Responsible
yours.
for your actions.
So, man, this is a thing. I mean, I just use Bill Cosby as an example, man. Look, it eventually, man, if it's been so many cases of corrupt behavior, something has to happen, man.
Yeah.
Something has to happen.
And then listen to this, Steve. Iyanla Van Zant recently revealed that R. Kelly had contacted her for help before the docuseries came out on Lifetime, Surviving R. Kelly. She says she shut that down because R. Kelly wasn't ready. She said, bottom line, she said, R is not willing to tell the truth about the allegations. So until he can be honest, she cannot fix his life. She can't help him.
Oh, and y'all know, she's bright.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, you're not finna get her caught up in the trick bag.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, not that sister. No.
Yeah, true. Also, sources say R. Kelly has been suffering from panic attacks.
I bet he has.
Yeah, that have been severe enough to require medical attention.
Yeah.
The problem for R is that he's shocked by the overwhelming backlash he's getting from celebrities and the general public. Yeah, he also can't believe that people actually believe the accusers.
I had that same thing happen to me when I didn't have a show, Shirley. Same damn panic attack.
Panic attack.
What you mean you didn't have a show?
My question is, how do you take away so much music that R. Kelly, not just the music he did with other people? How do you pull all that
I don't
out of existence?
Look, I don't know that you can take his music. I mean, it's done. You know, the sad part of it is the other side of his life. Musically, he was a musical genius.
Yeah, you're talking about separating the art from the artist.
That's
tough.
It's getting tough to do.
Yeah.
You know, separate the art from the artist. As an artist, man, perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, and you're exactly right. He is a genius musically. No doubt,
I mean,
no
like
question.
the Celine Dion song. His vocals are not on that song, but he wrote it.
Yeah.
So she's pulling it.
And he wrote songs
from
for
the
a lot
streaming
of people,
services.
right? And
Yeah,
for other
Lady
people, right?
Gaga, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. I mean, the list goes on. Maxwell, everybody. So
You know, and like, you know, I hate to be the one that's piling on, but you know what, man? I think the surprise in it for me was, and if he's upset with me for believing all the people on the tape, I mean, everybody, dog. You trying to tell me no one sat up there and spoke the truth? That's hard to believe, man. And listening to the way they talked about it, it's hard to believe that you can say all of these are false accusations. They all saying the same thing. It's hard for everybody to tell the same lie.
that's right. That's right, Steve.
They have to make up new lies because new lies don't have truth, but you ain't got no fact behind it. But when your facts match up with their facts, when that lady went out there and got her daughter on camera,
Come on, man.
hold up, dog. Something going on here. Something is crazy.
And I think you're right. That's why he was able to hide for so many years, because of the music and because we loved his music so much. We just could not believe that
Shirley.
Could write music
yeah.
like that.
Well, that's what it was.
Here's the one that threw me.
Uh-huh.
When the girl on there that was saying when she found out that she was having sex with a 14-year-old girl, it made her sick.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
That right there, she has no reason to admit that on camera.
Right, absolutely.
There's
Steve.
no benefit
Yeah.
to her.
Yeah.
At
Or to
all.
lie about that.
Yeah,
No.
why?
No, because you got to deal with too much after you say that.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Right.
That one right there
Yeah.
affected me
It did me too. Steve.
deeply
It did.
because I went, wow, man.
Yeah, that was a tough
Because
one there.
she has no reason to tell that lie. It's nothing in it for her to tell that lie. You know, but if you gonna stay in constant denial, like I ain't ever done nothing wrong, then dog, can't nobody. If you be better off throwing yourself at the mercy of the court.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a problem. I need prayer. I need saving. You be
Yeah.
better off. You could get some church people at least come around you and have an exorcist for you. You know, they do an exorcism for suicide.
But you know what, Steve? There's still a lot of people that are on his side, though. There's still
I
a lot of
understand that.
he's
I
still got a
understand
lot
that.
of support. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
you
and
said-
go
you just
ahead.
read the story, the
Yeah.
Illinois spring break. What?
Right.
They were-
Right.
He was gonna host that.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I mean, I'm cool if you want to stay
Spring
over
break?
there and support.
That's what it was.
But it's crazy, man. The only road back he got from this is got to come clean with something. Cause like Iyanla say, if you ain't gonna be honest, we can't fix your life.
Yeah, you got to be able to tell the truth.
That's the first step.
Ain't nobody praying for you if we ain't got nothing to pray for.
That's right. All right, coming up, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, negotiations between the teachers who have worked without a contract since July of last year, of 2 years ago, July 2017, I should say, and the Los Angeles Unified School District, LAUSD, they've broken down, and more than 30,000 teachers and other faculty members of the country's second largest school district are now officially on strike for the first time in 30 years. The district says schools, that's deep right there. The district says schools will remain open and classes will be in session during the strike. The classes will be staffed by administrators, volunteers, and newly hired substitute teachers who are crossing the picket line. The union is demanding higher pay, smaller classes, more counselors, more nurses, more librarians. So, Stephen, some schools, classes have more than 45 students.
How
45.
too much?
One teacher?
32 students in my school was huge.
Yeah,
that's too much.
45, that's too many.
That's way too many.
That's too many, man. You can't teach.
Yeah.
That's just a lot. I agree.
That's too much.
Oh, 45.
Yeah, the union waited as long as it could.
Right.
A strike was the last resort. They had no choice.
45 students that don't listen like they used to back in the day. So you got that. So.
And you can't whoop they behind.
Yeah, you can't beat them, right?
So the teachers that are the teachers that are crossing the picket line, they're going to get paid, right?
Yeah. Substitute teachers.
Yeah. So I mean, they have some money.
Because if they don't, I'm crossing back, cross the line.
Yeah, this is terrible the way we do our teachers. It really, really is.
It really
in
is.
this country.
It's so much that teachers have to deal with, our educators. It's
They
so
go
much
in their own
now.
pockets to pay for stuff.
Yes, they do, Jay.
My
You remember when the
daughter's a
teachers in
teacher, and
Oklahoma went on strike behind that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? They didn't have chairs and resources and desks and books and all the supplies that they need.
When you decide to teach, it's something you really want to do. It's
you
calling.
don't go in it for the money.
Yeah,
you go in it because you have a desire, a burning, and it's such a gift to be a great teacher.
Right.
It's some people that's been teaching, man, that has literally changed young people's directions and lives. I can tell you of teachers, Ray Davis, Miss Cleveland, Miss Vivian Adams, who had a profound effect on my life.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Sherlock. I can tell you, man, Principal Clayton. I know the people who changed my life, man. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here because they had a profound effect on it. But we treat them like they nothing.
We all have teachers that we just admire that just made a big difference in our lives.
Yeah,
man.
and that was such a
Huge
prestigious job. In black families growing up, that was such a prestigious. She's a school teacher. He's a principal.
Remember the first time you saw your teacher out in public? Like, what you doing shopping?
Yeah. You shopped?
I remember that, Jay.
Yeah, because we held our teachers in such high esteem
You
back
at the
then.
store?
Hey, you eat here?
Yeah.
You eat here?
You actually eat?
Right. Yeah. Well, we love our teachers and we support our teachers, and hopefully this strike won't last as long as the government shutdown.
Oh, my God.
Wow, it's a lot going on in this country.
Yeah,
At least the teachers striking for a good reason.
Yeah, they
We
are.
done shut the government down over a damn wall when you are costing these people rent, car notes, all types. It's a woman
Mortgage.
talking about selling her car so she can pay her rent.
Right.
I would rather have a roof over my head than a damn wall down at the border.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
Just right, Steve.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve, with everybody posting these pictures and talking about aging, your birthday, of course, is in 2 days.
Yes, Lord.
So here are a few birthday self-reflection questions for you, Mr. Harvey, sir.
Oh, okay.
So what are you happy about from the past year that you will continue to be happy about this year? Because you said you changed your attitude earlier.
That was 5 minutes ago.
I think he's back.
Yeah.
Right.
rephrase the question, Shirley.
Okay, so you
What
were
am I-
happy about something last year, 2018,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so are you? That happiness is so good, you're going to continue it in this year? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, what was it?
Yeah, I made the attitude adjustment last year,
Okay.
and I'm going to continue it.
Okay. Think about this. You're a comedian. What made you laugh the hardest? I mean, hard laughing most recently.
When I was watching that video of that white dude jumping over that canal, and he ain't make it. that damn video, man. When I watched that video, man, I'm hollering, man. I'm talking about hollering laughing.
Was you laughing harder than that little boy snatching that thing out that bird mouth?
Yeah, I laughed harder than that. The dude jumping over the canal,
Okay.
that's gut bucket laugh.
Okay. I think we know the answer to this when you just answered it. Compared to this time last year, are you happier or sadder?
I'm not happier or sadder, but I just
thought
have
you'd say
another
happier.
adjustment.
Okay.
I'm not happier or sad. I wasn't unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just decided to intentionally incorporate brightness every day at all costs.
It is a choice. It is a choice.
Because I've focused more this year on the words that come out of my mouth and the actions that I do.
Yes.
They got to be more, they got to coincide more. Because if a man is as he's thinking, I wanted to elevate my thinking this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's something, because Jay just texted me today. Words hurt, Shirley. He just texted me that today. Because I let him have it when he sent me that Morgan Freeman picture.
Jay.
I let him have it.
Yeah.
He was so mean to me when I sent the Morgan Freeman picture.
What else, Shirley?
Are
Any
you?
more?
Yeah. Are you thinner or fatter?
Oh, yeah, definitely fatter. Right after every Christmas, you can ask me that.
Okay.
And my weight loss challenge starts on Monday.
Oh, this coming Monday? Oh, after your
this
birthday.
coming Monday. I will let everybody know what it is. I've already started my workout routine.
Uh-huh.
I already know on my birthday I'm going to trip a little bit.
Yeah.
And I will have my first cigar the day after my actual birthday at my birthday party.
Okay. And it's
I will
only
have my
one.
first cigar of the year. Yes, and I won't have another one until, man, I don't know.
Wow.
2 weeks later, the Super Bowl.
Can I ask a question, Shirley?
Yeah,
Steve,
yeah, go ahead.
If you could wake up at a weight, just wake up, and you didn't have to work out or anything, what weight would that be?
216.
You already know. I know too.
Boy, let
Yeah.
me tell you
Well, I
something.
didn't know what
If you
they
wake
said
up.
was.
216.
But he said it with everything in him,
No,
Yeah,
though.
216. 216, y'all can quit talking to me.
Yeah.
I probably won't even respond. Steve. Steve.
You hear me?
Damn it, Steve, you hear me.
Oh, God, I hate this. All right, coming up, we'll be back. Steve already said when we first started the show that he had his closing remarks. So we'll hear those right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are, last break of the day. You ready with your closing?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
You know, earlier in the show, I was having a discussion, I think, off air with the team. And we were talking about a couple of things. But in light of what I've been doing with my closing remarks so far since the beginning of the year, since we got back off on break, I've wanted to be as encouraging for this 2019. You know, like it's no longer, you know, I'm not saying Happy New Year anymore. We're at the midway point of that's Happy New Year's over. I'm just talking about 2019. And the way to make the 2019 your best year, and one of the adjustments that I've had to make this year is realizing that my attitude controls my altitude. That if you change your attitude, you change your altitude. So I've been saying that to people for years and years, but I really had to refresh it with myself this year because I've been faced with some people giving me some news, and I know that their intent of giving me the news is to do damage to me. Have you ever had a person like bring you some news gleefully that wasn't really good news, but they did it gleefully? Or have you ever met a person that's always bringing you bad news? I mean, as soon as they hear something negative about you, or they can't wait to bring it to you. Well, I have people around me like that. I have people that I'm in business with that are like that, who have never been comfortable with my position. You have people in your life that's just, for some reason, you don't even know why, they just not comfortable with you being in the position you in. Everybody got them in their life. If you take close survey, you'll find someone who's just not comfortable with you being in the position you in. They had nothing to do with putting you there. Nothing. They didn't help you get there. They just got a problem with where you are. So I'm in business, like I say, with people. And I've been watching them make decisions towards me. And it's been with ill intent. But you know what? Having the relationship I have with this God I serve, I don't really pay too much attention to them folks. Because with all the ill intent they got, with all the malice, I mean, I'm watching people cut off their nose to spite their face. I'm watching it right in front of my very eyes. You've all seen it too. Don't you know somebody who's tried to do something to you, even if it meant hurting and destroying themselves, they think it's more important to watch you fall? Have you ever seen a person dig a hole for you, but have to dig another one right beside it, and they ended up falling in the hole and you walked away? Everybody done seen that. I'm living it. And what I've come to the conclusion, I came to this today. You can't break what you didn't make, and you can't take what you didn't give. And you know what? I'm going to say that to somebody real soon. I'm going to tell them no, but not in a mean way, but in a way that the God I serve gives me the confidence to say that you can't break what you didn't make, and you can't take what you didn't give. I know some people in my life, man, who think that they can make moves to break me, but how you gonna break me when you ain't make me? How? How can a person break you when they're not the ones who made you? They can't break you, folks, because they didn't make you, folks. Get comfortable with that notion. Be assured in that notion right there. Stop. Martin Luther King said a man can't ride your back unless you bend over. How they gonna break you when they didn't make you? You can't break me because you didn't make me. And here's the other part of it. You can't take what you didn't give. You didn't give me my life. You can't take mine. You didn't give me my means. You can't take mine. You didn't give me my gifts. You can't take mine. You didn't give me the permission to succeed, so you can't take my success. You're not the author of my destiny. So how you gonna tell me what I'm finna be? You can't take what you didn't give. You can't take my confidence. You can't take my nerve. You can't take my resolve. You can't take my spirit. You can't take my joy. You can't take my knowledge. You can't take none of my experiences. You can't take my exposure. You can't take my know-how. I have gone through so many things in my 61 years of living that what you're talking about doing, I've seen before. And every time somebody thought they was bringing me down, every single time, that God I serve lifts me right on up, higher than I was before. Steve Harvey and all the rest of my listeners, we gonna stay on the wall. We staying on the wall. You can't take us off the wall because you ain't put us on the wall. Then my closing remarks.
Ooh, this sounds like a sermon / closing remarks. Wow. Let the church say amen.
Amen again. I'm going that way with it this year.
All right now. Drop that mic.
Getting aggressive
Already
with
dropped
it.
it. Told them.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.